They talked. No cameras, no Ukrainian flag on the table. A quiet conversation that rattled Europe, unsettled Kyiv, and sent mixed signals across Washington. Trump and Putin are planning a meeting, not just a handshake. This could be the reset of the decade, with new rules, a new map of influence, and a new world order where Ukraine might not even have a seat at the table. Sources close to the talks confirm that this isn't just about normalizing relations. It's about building a multi-tiered mega agreement covering arms control, including a potential rework of New START, sanction revisions, energy flows, and even spheres of influence. Some are already calling it Helsinki 2.0, only now it's set in the 21st century, with encrypted back channels, AI policy drafts, and one very loud message: Ukraine may be left behind. According to insiders, Zelensky has been given a quiet ultimatum: join the peace process within 2 to 4 weeks, or risk being cut out entirely. This isn't diplomacy, it's raw geopolitical leverage. Trump is signaling that Washington is tired of writing blank checks. No deal, no spotlight, no Ukraine in the global agenda. In Brussels, nervous glances are being exchanged behind polished doors. If the US truly resets with Moscow, the EU will face the Ukraine conflict alone, politically and financially. Eastern European countries, Poland, the Baltics, which shaped their entire foreign policy on anti-Russia platforms, now fear they're being abandoned by the very power they depended on. After speaking with Putin, Trump posted this on Truth Social. Russia wants to pursue massive trade with the United States after this bloody disaster ends, and I support that. Their potential is limitless. Ukraine can also benefit if peace comes. The capitalized words, trade and limitless, weren't random. They were a signal. A message not just to Russia, but to Europe and Kyiv. There's a new game now, and it's economic. Some fear this is the return of Finlandization, the Cold War model, where Finland remained neutral and economically tied to Moscow in exchange for security. Trump and even Putin seem to suggest that cooperation with Russia is more profitable than confrontation, a message that cuts deep across the European elite. But for Ukraine, the Baltics, and Poland, this idea was long considered taboo. Their economies and political narratives were built on opposing Russia. What now? If the Trump-Putin meeting happens, it could shift global balance of power, undermine Ukraine's influence, trigger rollback of sanctions, launch a new US-Russia strategic partnership. For Moscow, this is a rare window of opportunity. For Washington, a chance to exit the conflict on its own terms. And for Kyiv, a defining moment. Even if the meeting doesn't happen tomorrow, the very fact it's being discussed is already reshaping diplomacy. The stakes are rising. And we may be watching the beginning of the biggest realignment since the end of the Cold War. Was it all for nothing? European leaders are quietly wondering. Meanwhile, Trump and Putin may be writing a new script for the global order.